This game is one of the best I've played this year and only costed me $2.50 on sale. Listen here, numbnuts. Grapple hook, double jump, wall running, time freeze. It's like they took the coolest fucking abilities from every game and said, these are your only abilities, go nuts. But this game isn't sick just because of your abilities. It's sick because of how these abilities allow you to schmoove. And I mean, you're going. It's essentially a first-person platformer where your goal is to get to the end as fast as possible. But what separates this game from many others is the speed. The movement is centered around a momentum-based system that rewards the player with speed with each right move you make, meaning that each time you grapple or use the best ability for the given situation, you're given even more speed, so the player is receiving constant feedback from the game, and it's what makes this game so satisfying to play. You feel like Spider-Man, who just got a Mario mushroom, a choice scarf, and crack injected in his veins. What's cool is the more speed you have, the less control you have over your character, but the faster you'll be able to beat the level. And this is where the fun lies. The levels are laid out perfectly, so when you are going fast, you're forced into these snap decisions that make the game exhilarating. It's like BO3 free run met Spider-Man, said what's up, met Neon White, said how's the wife, met Wallpaper Engine, you know what I'm saying? Now, going back to level design, after that little bit, the level design is very fitting. Because of the intensity, you're really eased into the game. Throughout the game, to get 3 stars, the difficulty remained challenging, but not too frustrating. So even though I'm not even close to the people that speedrun this game still makes me feel like I'm a pro. That should look so easy. The level design makes it so it's less about precise timing and more about using your abilities to adapt to your speed and environment, and you're always adapting, especially since the developers were always bringing in cool new ideas. You got one where you feel like you're on an amusement park ride, one where you have to use the momentum of moving cars, one where you're on an obstacle course, one where you feel like Tai Lung escaping prison. By far, the best levels are the ones that force you to use all your movement abilities, letting you zoom through the map. Which is why one of the only criticisms I have for the game comes in the few levels that slow the game down and focus more on precise timing and enclosed spaces. These were pretty abundant in the final section of the base game, and while it did make the game harder, they leaned more towards frustrating than challenging. You know why they call this section the end? Cause it's the final level of the game? No, it's because it makes you want to end your life. Whee! Luckily, the DLC actually accomplished what the final levels were attempting to do, giving an actual challenge while still keeping the heart of a movement platformer. That and the final boss was just okay. There were some good parts, but the end came down to just how fast I can jitter click my pistol. I would have honestly just liked to see more levels like the rest of the DLC, but a bit more challenging. But these criticisms are relatively futile, and I don't want them to overshadow how great the rest of the game is. I mean, even taking away the backbone of the game, Cyberhook still has a fitting retro wave 80s theme that pairs perfectly with its fiery, super hot soundtrack that just drives the player to go even faster. Couple this with the sound effects, the rumble, the blur, this game just knows how to make the player feel the speed. But beyond everything I've already mentioned, and let me emphasize again, on Steam sale this shit is literally less than a Big Mac. There are $60 games out there that aren't as satisfying to play as this. This has been the best deal since the fucking Louisiana Purchase. I bought this game for $1.50 and the DLC for $1 on sale. And luckily for you, while the game plus DLC is $10, this bundle is on sale for $2 to $3.50 almost half of the time due to extremely frequent sales. And even $10 is still a good price. Anyways, unfortunately, I still do have to talk about the most disappointing part of this game, and that is that it ends relatively fast. What I'm really trying to say is that it's a pretty short game. Most people can get 3 stars on every level in under 10 hours on their first playthrough. Players can make their own levels, but there aren't many good ones. I'm saying all this because I don't want to oversell this game and make it seem like it's gonna change the landscape of video games. However, for its price, it provides a lot and brings in a level of quality movement that just can't be found in many other games out there. Because at the end of the day, it's just fun to move
fast. faster.